I want to talk about how last Tuesday it was 60 degrees. We were on the course.
In shorts and a t-shirt.
The next day, so I booked a tee time 2 days later on Thursday. Wednesday, it decided to dump snow on us, 3 to 4 inches.
Yep.
And it was gone by Thursday afternoon. Didn't get the tee time in, but hey, welcome to the Midwest.
I have a question for you.
What's that, Tyler?
So last week we talked a lot about your simulator drive.
Okay.
405 yards, a lot of off-season prep.
Yep.
A little birdie told me that your first real drive of the season went 150 into some trees.
I'd say 200. You sons of bitches.
Why are you looking at me?
Who else would have told him?
Maybe Carson or Jade?
Carson's not a rat.
Here's the thing about the simulator. You let her fly in the simulator.
Uh-huh.
It is what it is. That's why I'm a Top Golf guy, Tyler. You can let it go in the simulator.
There's no trees at Top Golf.
No trees. You can't see ball flight, so just let her rip. Right. And I might have taken 4 to 5 shots before that to dial it in for that last one. And that's why we had the breakfast ball, is so you can hit it 200 and then you hit it 395 down the dick.
So how did your first legit drive not into some trees go?
So you mean my breakfast ball drive?
Yeah.
So I hit it a little bit right, into, not really into some trees, a couple loner trees. And then I punched out with a 4-iron right over top the green from about 180 out. Little stinger action, shaping shots these days.
Okay. You need to do that a lot when you're in the trees.
So we get up to the green actually, and there's a ball 15 feet from the green or from the pin. I'm like, holy shit, Cody, that was an unbelievable shot. And we walk up to it, and Jade's like, oh, dude, that's my ball. Hell yeah. I'm like, where the fuck is mine at then? It ended up just being over the green, probably another 10 yards. Chipped on, sunk a 15-footer for par.
Hey, that perfect practice mat paying off.
It's paying off. And then, the next 8 holes it's subject to not great golf.
Cody, how did it go?
It was good. Overall, a good first round. I would say the course condition was excellent for early March. The scores were not as bad as you would think, but not also mid-season scores, So it was a good average round of golf, I would say. I didn't get to golf.
That was such a boring answer.
It was good.
Here's the thing, though. Tyler, you got to admit, when we're shooting a video, it's a lot harder to golf good.
Not for me. I'm shitty both ways.
But you're making good shots when you're not filming a video. A couple more good shots.
It's actually not true. Remember my best round of the year when I went birdie, par?
Oh my God.
Shooting a video.
That was unreal.
Really?
By the way.
Yeah.
For some reason, it's just harder for me because I'm trying to think of what the next bit is.
Yeah. I don't know. It depends on the day for me, man. They piped that the wrong way.
I'll call the clubhouse. We'll book in another 18 for tomorrow.
Okay, they cheated on that. They fluffed their balls.
Yeah, no better time for the breakfast ball than now.
Breakfast ball.
Welcome back to the podcast, guys.
Are we going?
We're recording.
Yeah.
Episode 24.
What a surprise.
I know.
I didn't know we were going.
You're still here.
Guys, welcome back to episode 24 of the Double Bogey Show. Got a big one in store for you today.
Really big one, actually.
I was going to say we have one special guest, but we don't. We have 2 special guests.
Yeah.
We're going to hit that in segment 2, so make sure you stay tuned. But first, Tyler, I don't even know what we're talking about in segment 1 because Cody has failed to tell us for good reason.
He's been hyping this up for 2 weeks.
This is not true.
That this is going to be the best segment the Double Bogey Show has ever seen. He's like, hey, can't wait till Monday, dude.
We'll let you know if it's good or not.
Can't wait for Monday, dude.
But you did say segment 1 is a mystery, and we're about to find out what's going to happen.
I did stumble across this article that I thought was very interesting. I thought it would be a good discussion. Get your viewpoint on this.
Okay.
There's actually a vandal in, I don't even know how to pronounce this town's name, Palmyra, Pennsylvania.
Okay.
And he or she has been leaving thousands of golf balls randomly all over the place. Like we'll just drop thousands of golf balls in a random parking lot, at car dealerships, whatever. Doesn't destroy anything. They're just all over the place.
So he's not a vandal then, correct?
Well,
Technically,
that's
it's
how
vandalism.
It could be littering, maybe.
I think vandalism is just any destruction of property. So maybe not vandalism.
Yeah, maybe littering.
Yeah, so the article states the person in question hasn't actually broken anything or done any real vandalism, but has left balls all over the place for over 2 years. One resident, who is an avid golfer, stated that he finds Pro V1s regularly in the mess of occasional golf balls.
I
So
would have
it's
thought
like-
they're all top flights.
That would be vandalism.
That would be vandalism. Those things might explode. You don't know.
It's like an old Android phone.
Yeah. Could
At some
start
point,
on
it
fire.
might spontaneously combust.
Right.
What are we supposed to do with all this junk? Yeah. So can you just imagine like showing up to here one day and there's just thousands of golf balls all over the parking lot?
I would love that. I would be shoveling
Yeah.
them all into my truck.
I would take the time to go get a bucket, fill this thing up with all these balls, and like,
So-
all right.
This is what this guy's doing. This is golf's Robin Hood.
Yes.
This guy is sitting behind a hill on some golf course, a snooty country club. I'm picturing this. This is right. He waits for all these rich assholes to hit it up over the hill, and he steals their ball and runs, and then he returns it to the public in random acts of kindness.
So he's taken from the country club and he's giving to the less fortunate, like you and I, Tyler.
Yes, he's taking from the country club and giving to the public course. He is golf's Robin Hood.
You know what actually happened though? He used to be a member at that country club and he got kicked out. He got kicked out of the country club.
For sleeping with the judge's daughter.
Yes.
Or niece.
Yes.
Niece.
They put a new padlock on his locker. They had security at the front door, wouldn't let the guy in. So he took matters into his own hand. He put a little bandana over his eyes, cut some holes out, and Robin Hood.
Yeah. What do you think his costume is, dude?
Do you think that actually might have happened?
Cody,
it's
this-
possible. It's
just-
possible.
He's got to sit there all day if it's thousands of balls. So how often is he doing this? Once a month? Once a year?
It didn't say the frequency, but it has been happening for over 2 years.
Damn.
It's just random. Nobody knows.
He's
who it
got to
is.
be keeping some of those for himself, right?
He should be.
I would hope so.
He is the people's hero.
Probably doesn't need to.
What do you mean?
Like whenever he wants to play, just go grab a couple balls from wherever he gets them from.
Right. So
yeah,
he's keeping them for
keeping a
himself.
few.
Yeah, okay. Probably. I wouldn't really call that keeping. Maybe he just uses it, and then if he still's got it at the end of the round, still throws it in the pile at the car dealership that he's dropping them off at.
So do you think these are calculated attacks? Is he leaving this where he knows a lot of public course golfers are?
Probably.
Or is
Gotta
this
be. I don't know.
or is he leaving it in these rich country club assholes' place of business so they have to clean it up?
Well, Tyler, not all country club members are assholes.
Most of
First
them.
of all, on Tuesday we golfed at a country club, Leonard Country Club.
This is a different kind of, it's public though. It's open to the public. I'm talking like the exclusive country clubs that you cannot golf there unless you are a member.
Yeah, $150 for a 2-year membership at Leonard.
Yeah, but you got to golf there without being a member.
I know.
So
I
it's
know.
public.
Yes, it is a public course. Teach their own on that opinion, but
I'm standing by this opinion.
it's straight sabotage of what he's doing.
Yeah, I respect this man. I would like to design a uniform for him. I will get him a little Robin Hood hat with a feather in it. He can have a little green leotard. And then on the back, it'll just be a golf ball with like the bandit bandana
Yeah.
over the top.
We got to find this guy.
We got to get
We got to
him
get him
on.
on the podcast.
What if he's already been on the podcast and we don't know it?
What if he's
So no-
Rusty Featherstone?
What if
Holy
Rusty
shit.
is golf's Robin Hood?
Pennsylvania. Said he was
Oh,
from
yeah.
the east
Well,
side.
he said he was from Massachusetts, didn't he?
He said he's from New England. Yeah,
New
that's
England.
Massachusetts.
Yep.
Close enough to Pennsylvania. So also on the agenda for today, I have a couple of
He already abandoned his first segment.
a couple of golf quotes, and I wanted to see if you guys could guess who the quote is from.
Okay.
There's 3 of them. They're pretty famous people. So here I have one. The first one is
Tiger.
Confucius.
Oh,
close. I have a tip that can take 5 strokes off anyone's game. It's called an eraser.
that's pretty good actually. And this is a PG. These are PGA golfers.
Not all of them.
It's got to be a guy with a little
This
bit
one is
sense of humor.
John Daly.
I'm going to go with Arnold Palmer.
boom. Arnold Palmer.
Hey,
How did you just get that?
I guess. Arnold Palmer's
Shit.
He's a good old boy. Like, he likes to joke around. He likes golf, but he's there to have a few drinks. There's a drink named after him.
Spiked Arnold
Is he
Arnold Palmer.
a drink on the golf course kind of guy?
It's got to be.
Oh, yeah, there's a golf course drink named after him.
Yeah, but I didn't know if that was just like passively named after him. Like, he's just a good golfer. Everybody knows him. That's why we named it after it, kind of thing.
I don't know.
No, I mean, he's
got
probably a
good
guy.
quotes.
He's got to stick. He's got to have a good feeling about the products that he's endorsing, right?
Right.
So
a good point.
spiked Arnie Palmy.
True.
He's got to stand behind it.
Okay, here's the next one. Sex and golf are the two things you can enjoy, even if you're not good at them. I'll give you a hint. He is an absolute sociopath.
Michael Jordan.
No.
I know who this is. An absolute sociopath. I don't know his name. He's from Caddyshack.
Wait. Sociopath is from Tin Cup.
Tin Cup.
Yeah, I remember this quote from the movie.
What's
now.
his name?
Roy Tin Cup McAvoy.
Rory McIlroy.
Yeah. No.
Close.
Roy McAvoy.
Sorry, I have a side note. Remind me to bring it up when you're done with your weird quote segment.
Okay.
Okay. Next one.
All right, here's the last one.
I knew that one, by the way, so chalk it up for me.
This is kind of a tough one. The only sure rule in golf is that he who has the fastest golf cart never has to play a bad lie.
Oh, I like that. Because you're
That is
getting there
nice.
before everybody else. And
Yeah.
You can move your ball.
Yeah.
Foot wedge.
Kick it out from behind the tree like Ryan.
PGA player or not?
Not a PGA player.
Movie star
Professional
or not?
Baseball player.
Really?
I'll give you that.
Pro baseball player. Golfer.
Professional.
How old?
I have no idea.
Wait.
Retired?
Wait. What are the categories?
Baseball player.
Retired?
Yes.
Joe Mauer.
He is.
Hang on. I haven't guessed yet.
Mickey Mantle.
Yeah.
Are you fucking serious?
Yes, swear to God. That's crazy.
They didn't even have golf carts then.
I don't know.
Are you shitting me?
You got 2 out of 3.
Let's go.
Or technically 3 out of 3.
It's just like the true or false section. You got.
Oh,
7
but
out
there's
of 10
way
right.
more options than 2, though. How many retired baseball players?
No, I'm just
there
saying you're getting all of them right.
are? Yeah, because I'm a genius.
I would have never guessed Mickey Mantle.
Me either. I only.
Well, you did. So
The only reason because I love the movie 61, and I was gonna say Roger Maris next.
what an unbelievable guess by you.
Thank you.
Okay, what were you going to say now?
Oh, Players Championship or whatever the hell it was this weekend.
Yes.
JT.
Victor Hovland,
Yep.
right? He didn't replace his ball properly, leading to a 2-stroke penalty. Guess who it was that alerted him?
Patrick Reed.
His own mother. Victor Hovland's mom was watching him and noticed that he didn't put the ball back correctly. And she's like, Victor, you cheated. Go back and tell the officials.
No way.
That's some
Yeah.
legend
Oh
Bagger
my
Vance type
God.
shit.
And so Joe Beal tweeted that out and he said that this is some tough love. And the caption is just, for fuck's sake, mom.
That is so funny.
He's not buying
Could
his
you
mom a house.
imagine?
He's not buying his mom a house or a car.
No, not a chance. Ben Hanley sent me that on Instagram. There's your plug, man. Thanks for following.
Why would you?
At Tyler the
I'm
camera guy.
surprised.
He was probably raised that way.
So do you
He
think
was probably
Victor...
raised to always tell the truth, always be transparent and honest.
That's it. He didn't, and his mom caught him.
What do you think that did to his score / position on the leaderboard?
Can you check the results, Cody?
Yeah.
So do you think that Victor Hovland knew that he didn't put it back right and his mom caught him? Or was it an honest mistake that his mom noticed?
I bet he took the patch. Now that the Patrick Reed dilemma is kind of over and done with,
Mm-hmm.
he probably went more so that route, thinking that, oh, whoops,
Mhm.
I accidentally did that. Maybe I can get away with it like Patrick Reed and Rory McIlroy did.
Yeah. I don't know. Because Victor Hovland hasn't seemed like a guy that wants to cheat,
No, he doesn't. Maybe it was an honest mistake,
And mom screwed him out of 2 strokes.
or he's glad that his mom said something.
I'd be pissed.
He's also like 23 years old, so he might still live at his parents' house. You don't know.
That's true.
He's moving out now.
What if he's golf's Robin Hood? Victor Hovland's out there and his mom, he got the sense of justice from his mother.
Or his mom is she's the person. Well, no, because he's from Sweden, or he's from Norway.
They might summer in Pennsylvania. We don't know.
Yeah, great place to summer at, Tyler.
Lots of people are saying that.
I know, Pennsylvania.
How are those results coming?
What do you got there, Cody?
I can't find the leaderboard. What do I search?
Players Championship 2021 leaderboard.
Okay.
Word for word.
I tried that.
Hey, Jamie, you want to bring that up quick?
Yeah, here we go. Okay. We're looking for Hovland.
Yep.
Ooh, I'm scrolling pretty far here. I'm just gonna go command.
I'm gonna say he lost about 5 or 6 places.
Oh, yeah, I believe it.
He's not
2
even,
strokes.
It doesn't even say his plus or minus.
He must not have qualified.
His final score was +2. He has no other rankings on here.
Yikes.
So he definitely didn't make the final day.
Yeah, which is okay. So in that situation, I think it's fine.
So +2, that means he would have shot par then,
Yep, he would have shot even.
and which puts him in contention
Fuck,
a lot higher than a lot of these other guys.
that sucks.
He was just barely out of it.
So what would he have placed if he hit even?
I don't know. It says what's T? When you get into the T's, what
It's
is
a
that?
tie.
Oh, okay. There's a lot of ties here then. He would have tied
He's our fucking golf producer.
for.
This is unbelievable.
He would have tied for 55th.
What's the payout?
How do I see that?
It's supposed to stay next to it.
It doesn't say that.
Oh, my
Regardless.
Great segment.
It doesn't say what they win.
If I'm Victor Hovland's mom, I'm pretending I didn't see that.
I don't know what's a good mom move here. I mean, he's done learning life lessons.
Because well, at the same time, someone else would have noticed it, got it on video, put it on Twitter, and he would have been screwed.
Completely different story. Maybe she did it because of the Patrick Reed debacle.
Could have been.
Huh. Mom was just looking out.
Yeah.
Otherwise, he's going to get canceled on Twitter.
The amount of 2-stroke penalties that I would have to take in a regular round is unreal. I'm moving my ball probably like 6 or 7 times.
Yeah, like 6 or 7 feet at a time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
Speaking of which, did you guys see this whole, speaking of canceling on Twitter, did you see this whole Burger King fiasco for
No.
National Women's Day last week?
Oh, yeah. That is a terrible look. Explain it.
was
Explain
bad. So Burger King tweeted out, "Women belong in the kitchen, period."
Holy shit.
it.
Now,
Yup.
not in the way that you're thinking. You're thinking this is a misogynistic tweet out. It's actually because they later said, hey, we realize this is kind of a bad look. We're bringing awareness to the fact that chefs, professional chefs in the industry, in the UK specifically, only account for less than 20% of all chefs. So they're saying women also belong in the kitchen with these other men chefs. And it was not perceived that way.
That's almost...
Flipping burgers at Burger King?
That's what it
You don't have to be a chef to work at Burger King.
Yeah, well, don't tell the people that work at Burger King that.
Well, I mean, but you know what I mean by that, right?
Yes.
And also, just how many levels does that tweet or that campaign have to climb before someone's like, "Hey, you probably shouldn't say that."
Apparently, it got all the way through corporate. Think about that.
Jesus.
South Dakota and Burger King PR teams need to meet up.
It's the same PR.
Can you
team.
imagine the chaos that would come from both those PR teams working together? Remember,
Yeah.
South Dakota's meth.
They're on
We're
meth.
on it.
Yeah, they're on meth.
That's crazy. Yeah, the Twitter just exploded. It has like
Naturally, yeah.
a couple 100,000 retweets, and it's like, okay, who is the one that signed off on this? This is just blows my mind.
What if it's some BK intern that's just like,
Oh, it
this
probably
would be
was.
perfect.
Probably was.
Hey, I mean, the whole goal is to get eyes on the tweets,
And it worked.
That
Not
was
like- yeah.
accomplished.
It worked. I mean, I'm kind of craving Burger King right now.
Yeah. I mean, when you work at a big place like that, I feel like the marketing department or PR department is probably pretty big. It's not just one person saying, "Hey, you think I should post this?" All right, yeah, I'll post it. Like,
So-
there's levels you got to go through.
Right. But think about now, in reality, how many people are going to stop eating at Burger King because of this tweet?
Yeah. No, 100%. I get
None.
it.
And now people are talking about Burger King for the first time in a while.
I get it, but it's kind of just some PR you don't need. You don't want. You don't need. You know.
All press is good press.
Apparently, in Burger King's situation.
Yes. I don't know how to segue into our next segment.
Guys, special guest number 1.
Rusty's coming.
Rusty.
We didn't even say who it was, did we?
No. But this podcast is a shit show.
And that, it always is.
It
has
is.
been for 24 episodes.
Actually, before we segue, I just want to say one thing. I posted the Instagram story asking everyone what birdie juice they're drinking, and the responses are overwhelmingly making me think that there's some weirdos that follow the Instagram page.
So also, my birdie juice is not Bloody Marys.
Well, so what?
So on the story, you put I could go for a Bloody Mary right now.
You did say that while we were
but it's not birdie. It's
when
not
we
my
were
birdie
on
juice.
that tee box. You did say those exact words.
I did, but it's not my birdie juice. Birdie juice is probably Fireball for me, or McGillicuddy's.
No.
I thought it was
Phillips
Vodka,
peppermint schnapps.
peppermint schnapps
I thought that
Doesn't
was
matter.
your shtick. Isn't that the whole shtick?
for
No,
Bloody Marys.
Birdie juice and golf drinks are different, Cody.
Yeah.
Yeah, right. But I'm saying like the birdie juice is the peppermint schnapps. I thought.
Yes,
It is,
but
yeah.
I don't casually drink a glass of peppermint schnapps. Ryan casually drinks a Bloody Mary.
That's like my breakfast on the first tee box.
Right.
I'm drinking a whiskey 7 in my cup.
Right.
But if I get a birdie, I'm pulling out the schnapps.
Yes. See, you're thinking that I had the intent that they were not separate.
Yeah.
That the Bloody
Yes.
Mary is the birdie juice.
Yeah.
It is
Yes.
not.
It is not.
I knew that was not.
Then why did you word it like that?
Because that is legitimately what he said when we were on that tee box.
I don't know who to believe right now. I am bamboozled.
All right. Anyways,
We got a segue.
Rusty's coming up.
What are some of the weird ones? You didn't tell us any of the weird ones.
Just like just straight Jack Daniels, Gentleman Jack, Jim Beam, Jameson, like literally just straight.
I think those are fine.
I think that's weird.
You're just supposed to take a little nip.
That's weird.
What are you drinking? What's your birdie juice then?
Jim Beam, Gentleman Jack, Jack Daniels.
Why are you like
And do
this?
you follow
Just
the
tell us an answer.
son of a bitch, Cody?
This is what happens when you just give me all this power. I just don't know what to do with it. I sit here, act like I'm typing my computer.
Yeah, I do hear an awful lot of
And now we're
clacking
here.
for an audio producer.
Son of a
So
bitch.
you don't have a birdie juice. It's not Gentleman Jack.
You know, I until I met you guys, I never had the concept of birdie juice.
Are you serious?
So I would say it's either Fireball or peppermint schnapps.
Yeah, those are both good ones.
It's very
Yeah.
common,
Fireball, I would say, is probably the most popular
probably.
Yep.
because
Easy
it's super easy straight liquor to drink.
Yeah.
Yeah.
A
Okay.
little bit of mouthwash. Swish it around a little bit. Don't spit it out though.
Mm-mm.
Swallow it.
Mm-hmm.
Chase the birdies
Maybe
with a little
gargle.
antifreeze.
Yep, exactly. All right, Cody, unbelievable take by you. We got to segue into our interview for today. This is special guest number 1, Tyler, Rusty Featherstone, the
Rusty Ranks Beers.
Rusty Ranks Beers on TikTok.
World renowned on TikTok. He is probably one of the top tier beer reviewers in the country.
Yeah, and he's all over the board. White Claws, Coors Banquet, Heineken, anything. PBR.
You name it, he's drank 12 of them.
And I'm not even going to tell you how fast he's drank them. You're going to have to listen to the segment for that. It's unbelievable.
It is. It was a good interview. And it's my favorite thing about it is the fact that when you watch his TikToks, you can tell after doing this interview that he is just being himself.
Yeah, and that's why he's been successful.
It's not a character.
Yep.
Yep.
Okay, guys, we're going to get into our interview with Rusty Featherstone, Rusty Ranks Beers. And we get a little bit of a cameo from another, I don't want to say special guest.
He's not
but
special,
He's not that
but he is a guest.
MFing special. Let's get into the interview, Tyler.
Play it, Cody.
All right, guys, we have a very special guest with us today. If you aren't on the TikTok platform and you have not seen Rusty Featherstone, today's the day, Tyler.
Today is the day.
We got Rusty Featherstone, the what would you like to call yourself? Like, how would you label
The
yourself
curator.
and your TikTok account?
I'm a middleman for beer people. I get the information out to the streets and I do the dirty work. Just let
In-depth
people know it.
reporting.
In-depth reporting.
I'm on the scene. I'm in the nitty gritty stuff.
So basically what Rusty does is Rusty ranks beers, gets 12 beers, he drinks them and ranks them. It's as simple as that. We have a tough time explaining what we are to people. How do you explain yourself besides the middleman?
I honestly try not explain it. Like I
Easy way out.
I don't like talking about the TikTok stuff to people because it just like it always comes out wrong. Because when you say you're on TikTok, like people get the wrong idea right off the bat.
Everyone assumes you're dancing.
Yeah, like I'm doing the like hand stuff. That's not my speed. I just say I drink beers.
So explain to me the birth of Rusty Ranks Beers. Were you just hanging out with your buddies and there was a phone up one day, or was this something you thought of?
So when I was a pledge, everyone had like a summer project, and mine was to get like TikTok famous. And I think it was kind of like a haha, like there's no way you're gonna do this. And then I just was like, all right, this is what I'm doing all summer. And then I was thinking about like stuff I could do. And I was like, we drink like all this beer, I might as well like put it on camera. And then it kind of went from that. I stuck with the ranking stuff. I dabbled in some other endeavors, but this was the one that kind of stuck.
Yeah, and TikTok will get on your ass if you try doing something different too.
Yeah. They're not into the change. Like
No.
they follow you for a reason. If you like stray from that, they'll just be like, this is bullshit.
Yeah. They're turning sides immediately.
There's no loyalty in the TikTok game.
No, that's cool, man. So basically just like a breakdown of your videos is you're drinking a 12 pack, different kinds of beers, and then you're giving an update. Is it every 3 or 4 beers?
I give 4, 8, and 12, and
Okay.
then I give a final score at the end.
Okay. So what tops the leaderboard right now?
Right now, surprising because the only time I drank it was for this review. Coors Banquet is topping.
I saw that one
right now, which was sneaky because I used to make fun of everyone that drank Coors Banquet, and then I tried it and I was like, all right, there's something here.
Now, are you drinking Coors Banquet out of the glass bottles or the cans?
Yeah, the little like red stripe shaped bottles, like the stubby ones.
Yep.
Those are I'm actually the Busch Lights that I'm drinking out of. I carried them over here in a Coors Banquet.
Oh yeah.
And I saw the stubby bottles and I was like, all right, these guys, I might've been harsh on these people.
Well, it's like an easy way to keep it classy. You throw anything in a glass bottle, you're immediately it's pure class.
Miles, you want to come say hi quick? Miles is here. This is Rusty Ranks Beers.
Rusty Ranks Beers?
Oh my God.
What's going on, man?
Dude, I actually owe you an apology.
Oh my God. Hold on a sec. What's up?
I actually owe you an apology because I was having a bad day when I decided to rank the lights, and I just came down on them too hard. And then now they're they're just scattered all over my room. They're like one of my favorite beers now, but where I grew up, they did not have them. And then now I come down here and you can buy 24 for like $11. And so they're like the greatest thing.
I love it.
I'm drinking the heavies right now, but I gave them, I might redact my original review.
You're going to do your first ever re-review is what you're telling me?
I might have to, I'm just going to put out like a formal statement and be like,
well,
and then like, there were some other factors.
At some point we'll just do it together. We'll do a re-review together.
Yeah. I'll throw them in a You Betty or something.
Yeah. You're for the brand, huh?
I was pumped about this one because your YouTube channel and like there were like 3 YouTube channels that I subscribed to because it's mostly like kind of junk out there, and the You Betcha one always cracked me up.
I appreciate it, man. So you're drinking some heavies right now or what?
Yeah, I'm drinking heavies. I'm actually a little chilly. I was trying to track down one of your buddy's grandma's quilts, but I saw that,
Tyler, that's his grandma.
Yeah, what's up with that? Like she doesn't want to make cash. I'll pay her. She said she only does it for people she loves. Like maybe we could have like a sit down, like if she likes me.
Well, I think you got to marry Tyler's sister then. That's how it works.
Get into the family. Every stitch. She had a great selling point. She's like, every stitch is with love, and I was just like, damn, I'd kill.
That's a new backdrop for the Zoom calls.
Oh, I love it. What number beer are you on? Are you through 4 yet?
No, actually, I try to stay because I've gone on podcasts and I've just been like blitzed by the time it started. So I've decided to not crack the first one until we started recording, so that you guys can see the slow progression instead of me just being like hammered from the get go.
Can I also just throw something in here, Rusty? this is Milesy Betcha Guy's first time on our podcast. And you are the one who got him on. So congratulations.
Yeah, you're the reason.
My buddy, I'm going to wear that like a badge of honor. Me and all my buddies are like big fans.
So which beer, last thing I ask you before I go so you can finish the podcast, what's your number one beer right now?
Coors Banquet right now. We're just talking about surprisingly the highest. I don't know if that's because it's always like a kind of guessing game of like how I'm feeling after the 12th one. I don't know if that's the best beer. It's just at the time I was feeling amazing.
Well, it was probably the vibes were good at whatever party you were at, right? It was, yeah. Probably
it's also, people always like, speaking of that, people think I'm just doing this alone. Cause it's like, I'm in like a couple buddies. Like I leave what's happening and I like close my door and like sex myself off. I appreciate you assuming that I like have friends because most people are like, this guy just drinking alone all the time.
No, I get it. People assume that I am an alcoholic as well. So I feel you, man. Sweet. Well, good to see you. Maybe we'll meet in person sometime and we'll have to do a review together.
Definitely.
Sweet. All right.
Peace out, brother.
Milesy Betcha Guy, everybody.
Yeah, we did it. We tricked him to coming on the podcast.
Yeah, we got him.
That was awesome. Oh my God.
Yeah, he just got off vacation, so he's in roaming mode. He's going around talking to everybody, disrupting everyone's day. Hey, that's why we like working here, though. So when you do these reviews, you're not just sitting at home by yourself. You got some buddies there. You're not kicking. So is it? Like, hey man, I gotta do a review quick. You guys gotta go. It's nothing like that.
Well, you'd actually be surprised because there's some hooligans in my friend group. That just don't understand the concept of me being like, hey, fuck off. And so like there are some kids where I'm like, go in the other room. Like you know those buddies that you just can't be serious around? Like I'll crack up if like my buddy Peter's in the room. So I literally just make him like go like outside.
Bitch, what about don't kill my vibe?
What's the one Cody? What's the guy has been paid yet? What's his name?
Chris.
Has Chris been paid?
Chris has not been paid.
Oh, that's a tough look.
But on like in defense of me, like I'm not getting paid from TikTok. Like so like I don't have a payroll to pay Chris. I paid him in PBRs that night.
I guess that's fair. I mean, he probably you owe him more for making him drink all the PBRs.
Also, if you knew this kid, you would not. We were literally in a group chat last night talking about how he owes one of our friends $400. So like, like no one's feeling bad that Chris is like not getting paid.
Yeah, the classic. Yeah, you remember when I bought you that one thing that one time? You owe me that, dude. So how do you? I want to know how you rank these beers. What's the criteria? How does everything line up? What's the ranking system look like?
That's the beautiful part about the line of work I'm in is
Secrecy.
There really is no rhyme or reason.
Okay.
Like I get to be God for like an hour and a half when I drink these 12 beers and just be like the end all. I treat it like I'm that like reviewer from Ratatouille. Like I have way too much power in my own head. Like, however I'm feeling, I just throw it out there.
So you said an hour and a half. Is that typically how long one of these takes?
They're like the Bud Platinums are 6%.
Dude, yeah.
And I tried to squeeze it into that time frame. And I think I was close, but like some beers require a little extra time in between.
That's sweet, man.
So lots of people in the comments, we were going to have you rank your comments, but you seem to have pretty normal fans.
Yeah.
But everyone wants to know, do you have a hangover cure or what? Do you just next day rank more beers?
I'm going to do a quick brand deal if you don't mind.
Hold up. We the hangover cure is coming.
I've never had anyone put a brand deal in.
I haven't.
I don't even get paid for this. I just like these guys a lot. They send me free shit.
They got to get you on the payroll, man.
Revitalite. Everybody out there.
There it is.
Dude, I'm a big Pedialyte guy. Probably the same thing, right?
It's better. This is Pedialyte for guys that don't want to drink fucking something that's made for a child. This is Vitalite.
Yeah, I can't tell you how weird I feel. And Tyler, you probably can't relate because you have a child.
I do.
Going into the baby section and picking out a bottle of Pedialyte, people are wondering what the fuck I'm doing.
I mean, I bought more Pedialyte when I was in college than I do now.
Really?
Oh yeah.
Well, your kid's probably always got it on deck in case you need a quick pick me up.
We got a couple of bottles in the liquor cabinet.
Sure, in the liquor cabinet, even better.
You got to keep them there.
Yeah.
And just keep them where you need them. That's where Pedialyte is meant to be kept in the house. Is next to the stuff that put you in the position to drink it.
Yeah.
But yeah, no. I wake up in the morning, chug a bottle. I've already gone. There are 4 empty full cases of the stuff over there, and they sent me those like 8 days ago. Like I slam this stuff, and it'll get you. It's not gonna. If you're past the point of no return, it can only do so much, but it helps as much as anything could.
Yeah, for sure. So what's the time in between each review? Are you taking 2 days off? You taking a week off? Is it back-to-back nights?
There were a couple. There were 3 that were back to back. And I try not to post them 3 days in a row.
Yeah.
But there have been, and even when we're not reviewing, probably end up drinking more. Because the 12 like you cap yourself off at 12, and then you're like, all right, I'm gonna go do something else. But like, no, there was a stretch where we were doing some double headers, which was not very enjoyable.
That's tough, but that's why you're in college. That's the college.
It's kind of just
lifestyle
whenever you want to do it. Just I hop on.
Yeah. So what happens when you run out of beers to drink? I suppose that you can't run out of beers. People are always coming out with new shit. I mean, you could jump over to the IPA side. You could do some IPAs.
12 IPAs would be tough.
That gets dangerous.
That's like that's like a 2,000 calorie diet right there.
There's a lot. There's the good news is I just got turned on to the world of ABC. Do you guys have ABCs? Are you guys in the Midwest?
Yep. North Dakota.
So do they have ABCs up there?
I don't know what you're talking about. So
like
probably not.
Like the news channel or
No, that's what I didn't. So I'm from New England. So I moved down here and I just was like introduced to this whole, they have more beer. They had beers I'd never even heard of. But the problem is most of the beers you haven't heard of are like 9%.
Yeah.
So yeah, when I run out, we'll cross that bridge. But it's a scary thought because I know I'm gonna have to get creative.
Well, by then you'll have a tolerance built up, so you'll be fine with the 12.
It's gonna be bad. I might do. There's this place in Florida called A La Carte. And it's basically all these food trucks line up around this like bar, and the most extensive beer menu you've ever seen. And there was one that was like 14%. And I was like, oh, I'm fuck. I can drink a lot of beers. I drank 2 of those, and I was just like, I'm not sure I'm cut out for the like IPA scene.
Yeah,
I was hammered after 2 beers.
Mixing in 10 more of those is that's death. That's death in a glass.
So, Rusty, do you golf at all?
I actually played golf. Was the only sport I played in high school.
Perfect.
And I was like my whole. That was like I was super into it from like probably like 6th grade on, and then now I just don't have enough time to get out all the time. But we had an SAE open, like our fraternity had an open tournament, and it was a best ball. And I actually, like, you'd be surprised how often this comes up, 'cause I'm like very mad about this still. It was 4-man teams. One of my teammates dropped out, so we were already at a handicap where we had 3 guys.
Yep.
And then one of our other buddies who was a guest, not in the fraternity, one of the best golfers coming out of Florida in high school, and then his dad is an ex-PGA guy. And so they brought those 2 guys and they just ran the table.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, so I lost that by they only shot 10 under. And I was like, if you have 2 guys that are supposedly like God's gift to golf,
yeah,
like you shouldn't beat my team by 3 strokes when we're 24 beers deep on the
Well, I mean, 10 under sounds pretty good to us.
Not in a scramble scene though.
Yeah, it's a best ball.
Yeah, best ball.
Yeah, it was a scramble. So like,
you should be hitting 15, 16, 17 under.
This guy was on the tour like 5 years ago.
Yeah.
And like they were drinking too, but like, I don't know. I stayed up with the kid all night, and I tried to, because my theory was like, I'm going to play the same whether I'm hungover or straight sober, because I hadn't played in a while. But I was like, if this kid's super hungover, he's not going to play. my plan actually worked because his group was the group in front of me, and this kid was nowhere to be found. His name's Ike, and he didn't make it until the third hole, and he called me at like 9:30. He's like, he realized what I did to him. He's like, you motherfucker. But like they still pulled it out.
And that's when you got to start buying shots from the Bev Cart girl and sending them to him. Get him right back on the train.
That's the strategy.
Dude, it's a mental game.
So we're basically a half golf podcast, half drinking podcast. Combining the two, what is the perfect birdie juice? What is the golf drink of choice? What 12 beers are you drinking on 18 holes?
God, that's the perfect question because I actually have an answer to this one. I'm not going to say I'm not a big science guy, but I've done some research into what's the sweet spot.
Dude.
For
we have a patent pending on a Fitbit that tells you how to stay in the sweet spot.
I think this is the beginning of a long and fruitful
Let's go.
business and / friendship relationship.
We want to hear
we
this.
seem like we're on the same page. We came to the conclusion that if you hover around 5 beers, that doesn't mean drink 5 beers and then stop. That means keep yourself at that 5 beer drunkenness. You're gonna be pretty okay off the tee because you're going to be swinging a little bit harder, and but you're not going to be drunk enough where like
you're tipping
you're
over,
kind of like sitting up on it and it's fucking going that way, or you're like standing over it. And then what I realized is that's the perfect for putting because you get so ballsy with it and you'll take like that aggressive line. But if you go over that, it just falls off a cliff. Dude, you have to stay. That's what I've decided is the perfect sweet spot.
So the tough part is when you're 5 beers in, a 6th and a 7th sound really good. That's where you need that little angel on your shoulder, the Fitbit, to tell you to cool it or tell you to add some more fuel to the fire.
Yeah, well, see, that's what we're gonna figure out. We're gonna figure out. Do you need to mix in a water now? Do you need to slam half of the Vitalite?
Never mix in a water.
That's what I'm saying. I think the sweet spot for us wasn't it like 4 beers?
Yeah, I think we settled on 4 beers and maybe a shot.
Okay, 4 beers and a shot, and it's like
that sounds a little bit maybe like a fireball nip.
Yeah.
Yep.
Like 4 bushes in a fireball nip.
Yeah.
And I heard it roll. I heard the ball rolls real true when you're that.
So yeah, we're online here. We're gonna find the sweet spot, and people would say we're not scientists, but in this position, I think we are.
Oh, it's perfect because Rusty's already done the science.
Yeah.
No sign. But the thing is like, I'm not saying all scientists are like this. I'm not trying to get canceled out here for making generalizations about scientists. But they're probably like, they're not willing to go to the same lengths that guys like we are to really get to the bottom of this problem. They're not going to be able to drink beers and do the hard work because like they're too busy doing like productive things. Yeah.
Right. I will put life on hold to go test this out.
Mom, I'm doing my thesis on how gets you to break 70.
Yeah. We're gonna do a video on that, Tyler. We're gonna do a video on the sweet spot.
The sweet spot.
Yeah. Maybe we can double it up. You and Miles can do a re-review of the Busch Lattes, and we can do a sweet spot video. I think that would be a sweet weekend.
Dude, you could. That would be. That'd be some content.
That'd be great.
But you'd have to. The problem would be. It'd take a while to film because then you'd have to do like 3 rounds and you couldn't let a hangover be a factor. So you'd have to like be disciplined about like being ready to go on the first tee.
Yeah. Just get some Revitalite. You're good to go.
Hey, Revitalite. Hey. I just keep doing promos. Yeah. You guys like you kind of have stuff to do.
No free ads, but we'll plug Revitalite.
Our Pedialyte sponsor is pissed.
Yeah, they're.
Oh, you guys are sponsored by Pedialyte?
No.
That would be funny though.
Yeah, you guys. Every time I do that, it's just bleeped out.
Yeah.
On the podcast.
I'll blur it on the screen.
No, that sounds sweet, Tyler. We're gonna have to dive more into the sweet spot. We haven't officially tested yet because the golf course has been closed up until last week here in North Dakota. So
that's fucked.
We're gonna get out and we're gonna test the sweet spot, and then we'll follow up with you and we'll be like, man, you were right on 5 beers, or hey, I think we need to knock it down to 4 and or meet in the middle of 4.5. 4 and a shot.
To each his own. Yeah. There's not a one size fits all for beers. That's what it takes people to realize. 12 beers for everybody. 12 beers are not created equal. That's kind of my
I like that. I kind of want to dive into, you said PBR was a good pooping beer.
What the fuck does that mean?
So you got PBR as a pooping beer. Heineken was the driving beer, correct?
That was a I actually just re-uploaded that one because I was wearing, I'm not going to say what sports team, but I had to, do you see how the video is cropped? I was wearing a Bates shirt, and then on the bottom text was the sports team. And like a lot of my buddies go there and they're just like, hey, like our coach isn't like super happy. People think you're like on the team. Is there any way you could just like crop the lacrosse part out? Oh, God, bleep that out.
Yeah.
Crop the squash. I'd said squash. Shout out Maeve O'Brien on the captain of the squash team at Bates. No, he was like, they were like, yeah, it's like not really a good look to be making like drunk driving jokes. And I was, for you and for our team. And I was like, I think it's hilarious for me, but
we'll say it's a good shotgun riding beer.
Very on brand.
Yep. Back roads.
For the record, Rusty Featherstone and Associates do not condone drunk driving. It was merely satirical, and I was kidding.
Well, when you said driving beer, you meant like golf driving, right?
Like on the golf.
Yeah. Let's go with that. Let's go with that.
Extra 20 yards.
Good driving beer.
It's it'll add some distance off the tee.
Yeah.
So when you say pooping beer, is this a beer that makes you shit? Is it one you drink on the toilet? Is this when you're talking shit to people?
So you're actually you're giving me wit because I've never had that was a really good answer. I should have used that. I'm gonna start using that in the future. What I was going for, because that was kind of the most people were like a good what beer when I said that, because it's like it was a weird thing to say. I still think it's funny.
Yeah.
But I was going more for not that it makes you poop, but if you have to poop and you bring a beer into the John with you, like it's a good one to have in there. That's what I was going for.
It's a close cousin to the shower beer.
Yeah.
It's the redheaded stepchild of the shower beer.
Yeah, it's the precursor. You got your shit shower and shave. You got your shit beer. You got your shave beer, and then you got your shower beer.
Dollar Shave Club.
Dollar Shave Club.
Let's stick with this theme of just doing promos for companies.
Yeah.
Dollar Shave Club. Use code Rusty. It's not going to work, but you can try it.
Yeah. Get a free case of Revitalite while you're at it.
We got to knock off all the generic sponsors. You got Manscaped. You got
Honey.
Robinhood for a while had one.
Fuck Robinhood. The last podcast I did actually was sponsored by Manscaped, and I don't get paid by Manscaped, but I just said the flashlight on it was key, and then and they were like, oh, this guy's doing promos for us, and then they're sponsored by Kong, who's a beer bong company, and I also get free stuff from Kong, and I pulled one out, and they were like, this guy has promos for days by companies that are not paying him.
Dude, you're at a point now, like, especially as a college kid, you're at a point where people just start sending you free shit, and your buddies are just getting super jealous. Is anyone trying to just like plant themselves in your video? Like, dude, I think I'd be sweet at this with you. Like, let me know the next review.
You'd actually be surprised. My friends are. The kids that you see are mostly pledges that I'm just like, you're coming over and doing this with me.
Yeah.
My buddies are surprisingly just unfazed by this because they don't think that I'm cool. You know what I mean? So they
keep you humble.
Them being in my video doesn't do much for them here at school because like everybody already knows you. You know what I mean?
Yep.
But no one tries to plant themselves in there. I have the pledges in the back a lot recently, just doing like random stuff.
Promos. They're plugging promos.
Yeah, there was I had them doing. There was one kid when we were doing Coors Bank. Did you guys see Cobra Kai?
Oh yeah.
Like, you know, Johnny just strictly drinks Coors Banquets. The kid just was doing karate in the back the entire time. I thought that was really funny.
You got one guy drinking a bottle of Revitalite. You got the other guy shaving his chest with the trimmer, the Manscaped trimmer,
the lawnmower,
and then you got the other guy slamming a beer with a Kong. It's like the best of all world.
The company's actually it's actually has the reverse effect. They start DMing me and they're like, hey, could you stop putting our products in your videos?
We'll pay you to stop.
We'll actually do it. Yeah, exactly. We'll do a reverse sponsorship. we'll actually pay you a hefty amount to just please stop associating.
They stop paying you and they're immediately back in the videos.
It's like a threat. I'm like, these checks better. If one of these checks bounces, I'm overloading the next one with the
This is a brand new type of scam.
Yeah. Yep. 12 beer challenge / let's just scam any company we can.
Basically,
it's the new like Nigerian prince thing.
Yeah.
Email companies. And I'm like blackmailing them. I will pretend that you pay me.
Yeah, we're calling these reverse sponsorships. This is purely blackmail. This is just 100% blackmail.
I'm a trailblazer. I'm looking for new ways to make money.
I like that, man. Well, cool. Tyler, you got anything else?
That's all I got, man. Cody, do you have one more thing on your list, I thought, or am I losing it?
Nope, I do not.
Well, I want to end it. I want to end it with this for the people who have seen your videos or not. What's the next review on the list?
That's the question. I'd love to answer it if I knew. It's always a spur of the moment. I'm in like Walgreens and I'm just like that one. And I grab it. Natty Lights, what I will say, Natty Lights due for one and Miller High Life's due for one. So one of those two, I'd look out for those.
It's kind of like just throwing darts at the dartboard. You're going to put both of them up on the wall and then whatever one you hit, that's the next one.
All right, perfect. Rusty, tell everyone where they can find you and where they should follow you at.
You can find me on TikTok at RustyFeatherstone. You can find me on Instagram at Featherstone Rusty. And you can buy my shirts from www. Actually, I should know something. It's like Featherstone's Tavern. It's linked in all my things.
That's the one plug you should know.
The one plug that actually benefits me monetarily. I should have it off the top of my head. It's linked in all those. Check those out if you guys like them.
Featherstone's Tavern.
Yep,
Featherstone's Tavern. Send me a DM. Tell me they suck and we'll change them. But I think they're pretty cool. So check them out.
All right, we appreciate it, man. We got to get you up here. We'll review and play around.
Yes, sir.
Cool, Rusty. Yeah, we're gonna do that video. We're gonna find the sweet spot, Tyler.
Yep.
And it's gonna be a good weekend. So, Rusty, thanks again for coming on, man. And we'll be in contact soon.
For sure.
Hey, take her easy, man.
Peace out, fellas.
Are we rolling?
I'd probably fuck both of you up in
We
Pokemon.
are rolling.
Not Pokemon Go. I would be.
No, I was the best.
No, I would be.
I got
Pokemon
sponsored.
Go.
You were sponsored
By who?
By Revitalite.
Oh my God.
Speaking of Revitalite, Tyler,
Rusty,
you guys will
was
hear.
unbelievable.
You guys will hear.
No, they just heard it.
Oh, they did.
Yeah,
this is segment 3.
This is right after.
Oh, I thought we were talking Pokemon for the cold open.
No, it's the cold open to the final segment. We're doing multiple cold opens now.
Okay. What an electric interview.
Yeah.
He is living the college life how it should be lived.
Yeah. He's doing it correctly.
Yep. TikTok guy, 100-some thousand followers, beer reviewer.
Yeah. I should have asked him, but I didn't want to get super businessy. I want to know how calculated he really is.
It seems like he's kind of calculated.
Because a lot of people, they look at us and they're like, oh, it's just a bunch of guys that drink beer and make videos. And that's exactly what he does. But I know there's more calculation behind it because there's a hell of a lot more calculation behind it for us.
Yeah. And I mean, he probably enjoys doing that type of, he probably thinks more about that type of shit than he does schoolwork.
Oh, yeah. I don't blame him.
You know,
he's got, if he does it right, he can make a career out of it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And we also had Miles, You Betcha Guy on the podcast for the first time.
Ambush. Ryan, I knew Rusty was on. I told Miles about it. And I was like, hey, you should come on to the podcast and say hi to Rusty. He's a big fan. All that was me tricking Miles to finally coming on the Double Bogey show after all the hate. He came to us. Remember we said we wouldn't have him on until he came to us?
Yep.
He did. We did it. We stumped him. Thank you for that, Rusty. Thank you.
And what is this, episode 25?
24.
24 episodes to get the guy on.
That's all it took.
We had Rusty Featherstone. We had Miles, You Betcha Guy. This is a packed episode.
We had Cody from On Tap with the boys on.
Cody from
And then
On
we stole him.
On Tap with the motherfucking boys.
We're pretty good at finding good interviews, except for a couple.
We'll maybe have Miles on for a full episode.
No, not until he comes to us.
Yeah, we're not going to do that. When he's like, hey, can I get on your guys' podcast?
Then we're like,
no.
Oh, we're booked.
We're booked up, actually. We're booked up for the next 2 years. So.
Lakin's coming on next, so you can't.
Yeah. Tyler, do you think that Do you think that you could feasibly live that lifestyle?
Not right now, no.
Me either.
When I was 20, absolutely. 21. When I was 21, I could totally do it.
What type of beer were you drinking at 21?
Well, at 21, okay, so it was just full transparency. I drank before I was allowed to. We all did. I was a big Busch Light guy right away in college.
Okay.
And then I started drinking Coors Light, and I was a big Coors Light guy for 2-3 years. And then I actually was a rep for a brewery. So I would go around Fargo and give samples out and try to sell Empyrean beer out of Lincoln.
Oh my gosh.
So I drank a shit ton of that because it was all free.
Were you getting that paycheck?
I mean, I was getting paid decent, and it was unlimited free beer and t-shirts to give out.
No shit.
Yep.
So your buddies were coming to you for beer.
Yeah. I mean, I didn't give it to my friends, but if they came, I would like give them extra samples.
Yeah.
I mean, I can't get in trouble. Empyrean, we parted ways.
Yeah. No, that's fine.
Yeah.
I like that. No, I definitely couldn't live that lifestyle either. I don't even remember the last time I drank 12 beers in an hour and a half, let alone 12
In an hour,
beers
in one
a night
night.
of drinking.
That blew my mind. I was expecting him to say it's like 4 hours.
Yeah. That's an
Same.
hour and a half.
That's a
How?
very impressive timeline.
Even when I was at the height of my drinking prowess, 12 beers in an hour and a half is quite a bit.
So hour and a half is 90 minutes. 90 divided by 12. That's a beer every 7.5 minutes.
He is slugging these things.
Yeah. Absolutely pounding the beers.
I respect it.
Do you think he ever looks at his buddies and say, "Oh, the beers are going down easy"?
He should.
He
If he
should.
hasn't, he should.
Because apparently they are going down easy. 7.5 minutes of beer.
Also, good to know that there's fans down in Florida.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. 100%.
I mean, you'd know more than me because like merch orders and stuff.
We
but-
do send quite a few packages to Florida.
And I always assumed that would just be like the Midwest retirees that winter in Florida.
Yep.
But we're in the college game. We infiltrated the Florida college game.
I know. We're gonna get Rusty. I think we should go down there and golf around with him.
Florida would be a lot nicer than here.
Florida would be a lot nicer than here. Fine, we can bring Miles with. We'll bring him with to do a review. But-
Miles wants him to come here, have him do a Ranch Wrangler review with Miles, and then Miles do a beer review with him.
Yeah.
And then we'll just play golf.
Yeah, I can handle that.
Yeah, I think it sounds fine. We'll make time for it.
Yeah, I'll put it in the schedule.
Yeah.
Cody, can you write that one down for me?
Yeah. When do you want it on
Round
your,
of golf.
on your calendar? Next week?
Just put it every Tuesday at 4 for the rest of the summer.
Okay. Yep.
Okay.
Recurring.
Just let him rent out the conference room we're not using. He can just stay in there.
Yeah.
A
Yeah.
cot.
A cot.
He can
Oh,
sleep
throw-
on all the extra
Yeah.
studio
Yeah.
equipment.
Get him all the Revitolite he wants.
It blows my mind that he doesn't have a brand deal yet.
Especially
With
if he's
somebody.
already acting like he does.
I know. You think some sort of company would hop on that
Oh, yeah.
and pay the man? He's drinking 12 beers in an hour and a half.
He's putting in the work.
He's putting in the work. He's putting in the effort for not a ton of return, but enough return to one day say, "Hey, I deserve a brand deal. Sign me up. Send me that paycheck."
Yeah.
We could maybe get Rusty to sponsor, get him to sponsor the Pine to Palm.
Rusty's he doesn't have any money. He's not getting paid.
Yeah.
Well, then he can be the sponsor instead of the
What is-
sponsoree.
What? What does that mean?
How is he going to sponsor if he's not getting any money from anyone?
We'll figure it out.
It's just, you just wear his T-shirt. He just sends you a free shirt,
Yeah, and
and
merch plug.
then you're sponsored.
Those he wears a Britney Spears shirt in one of his beer reviews. It should be that.
Really?
It's a good shirt.
Free Britney.
Yeah, poor Brittany.
I know.
We got to wrap this shit up.
All right, we're going to wrap it up. Guys, thanks again for listening into episode 24 of the Double Bogey Show. We'll be back again next week. Remember, all month of March, quick merch plug, Tyler.
I'll go for it.
OUBetcha.com. Any order of $25 or more gets you a free Boys Are Buzzing flag. Fly that baby with pride, whether you're at the lake, whether you're on the boat, whether you're out on the golf course.
I use mine as a shower curtain.
Shout. Actually,
Yeah, I have a couple of shower beers, maybe a pooping beer, and I just look at the Boys Are Buzzing flag, and it just reminds me,
it gets the juices flowing.
literally.
Jesus Christ. Guys, we're out of here. Thanks again for listening in. See you next week. Love it.
Let's get it. Hell, that's a breakfast ball.